welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley and this is the House for Hosting. I'm not sure how you found my channel, but I'm so glad you're here. I hope that you will head up and click that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss any of my uploads. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As mentioned before, today is going to start an organization series that I have planned for the month of September. I want to go through and organize all the closets and drawers and just little areas in my house that have been neglected, and I want to declutter and kind of get things in order as we prepare to move into the holiday season. So today I want to show you what we're going to do first. I have a little linen closet and some cabinets in my living room that I want to go through and clean up, and then add hardware to those cabinets at the end of this video as well. So like I said, don't forget to subscribe, click the like, and I hope you enjoy the video. So this is my little linen closet that I was talking about. It comes right off of the guest bathroom, and if you saw my last video, then you saw me stock it with the paper towels and toilet tissue, but basically that is what we keep in this closet, and then some extra towels and light bulbs. It's just kind of a mess. So I want to organize this and add maybe some baskets or something and get it in order. And then in my living room, I have, you've seen me dust these before, but I have this cabinet, and then on the other side I have another cabinet over there, and I'm going to open it and hope and pray everything doesn't just fall out. But basically, it's a hot mess and it needs to be clean and organized. A lot of this is extra gift bags that I keep, after parties and stuff, so I need to kind of figure out that situation. But yeah, we're going to get into organizing and cleaning. So let's get to it. So let's jump right into it. The first thing you want to do whenever you are organizing or decluttering is pull everything out. You have to see what all you have and what you're working with before you can even start the project. I know many times you want to rush to the store because you're overly excited and you want to purchase bins and all the organizing things, but don't do that. Do not make the same mistake that I have made in the past and go and do that, because you will see that you can tend to spend too much money and buy things that won't necessarily work for the space or that you don't end up using. So if you don't plan on keeping receipts and taking things back, just wait, clean everything out first before you go and purchase anything. So for this linen closet, I am pulling out all the junk that I have. Like I said, I have towels, blankets, sheets, toilet paper, paper towels, extra light bulbs and things at the top shelf, and I'm just trying to pull everything out, clean the shelves, get it in order, and figure out kind of a layout of how I want to organize it first. So once I've gotten everything out of the closet, I like to kind of sort it into piles. That way I know again what I have, what I'm working with, and that helps me better figure out how I want to organize it back into the closet when I'm ready for that step. I have a ton of just sheets, all different sizes, and pillowcases and towels. We have a lot of extra towels that we have from our first house when we first moved in, that we just had a lot of hand-me-downs, and I chose to keep a lot of those because you never know when you just need a random cheap towel to clean up a mess or use outside or anything like that. Same things with bed sheets. We have extra bed sheets. I always keep extra bed sheets on hand because you never know when somebody's going to get sick in the night and you just need another pair of sheets to throw on the bed. So don't get rid of those unless you have 1,000 of them, and then you can downsize to a few. But I like to keep extras, and I think that I'm going to be taking some of these to another linen closet upstairs. But I do want to keep some towels and rags in this closet down here for cleaning purposes, and then of course the paper towels and toilet paper will be stored in this closet as well. So once I had everything out and organized how I knew I was going to need it, I ran up to the store. We have a dollar store not far from us, and so I ran by, and they actually had these really cute baskets and some clear bins that worked perfectly in this closet. So I just kind of figured out the layout of how I wanted them and what worked best for us. And it's just something simple that you can just take, where as before I just had them sitting on the shelf and that looked fine, but I love baskets and I love anytime that I can utilize them. I feel like it makes the space look cleaner and more organized, and since this is the organization series, I am incorporating as many baskets and bins as I can, and I just think it looks great. It's just the perfect touch to this little linen closet and helps it look a little bit more cleaner and a little bit cleaner and organized and more put together. So moving right along to the built-ins in my living room, I have two of these cabinets, one on each side of the fireplace, and this particular cabinet looks far worse than the other one. This one has been one where the kids just kind of shove things in. Again, like I said, I like to keep extra gift bags and things after parties and whenever we have events. That way I can reuse them. The bags, of course, not the presents, but reuse the bags for other parties and Christmas time and just things like that. So I was pulling all this out, trying to organize. Same concept as the linen closet. I'm pulling everything out first, then I'm cleaning out the cabinets and I'm putting things into piles, trying to figure out what's going to work best here. You'll see that I used more of those clear like storage totes from the dollar store. They had several of them. They were like $5, which I felt like was amazing. I loved that. It was so convenient and definitely budget friendly. So I used those as well, and you will see that in the next clip. So they had two sizes of these bins. One was a little bit deeper than the other, and the one that was deeper worked perfect. I really was scared at first. I didn't think that all of these bags would fit in the container, but I made it work, except for the exception of one really big bag. I was able to fold it and kind of put it in the back of the cabinet. And I even was able to put a couple like present boxes on top of the bags, which helped keep them down too, so they're not spilling out of the container. And then for the other containers, I just stored like coloring books and board games and just some books in there. And then one for crayons and just kind of miscellaneous items. This just helps me keep this cabinet organized. It's basically just a catch-all kind of junk cabinet where we stick things, but if I can have it organized and clean, it makes me feel better. And especially for an area like this where I can keep bags and things that we need that we can get to easier, it just works out. And then we have some extra pull-ups, which both of my kids are potty trained, but I like to keep those on hand because I have nieces that may need them rather than getting rid of them. So that's the first cabinet in the living room. This is the opposite cabinet on the other side of our fireplace, and it needs some work too. It's not near as bad as the other one. And this one, I have just a bunch of random stuff in here as well. I have a lot of older books that I like to get whenever I go like yard selling or antique stores. I love finding old books. I feel like those are the best things to decorate with, and usually you can find them for pretty cheap. So if you are looking for some type of little extra way to kind of fill a space and decorate, definitely try some old books because I utilize those quite a bit in the house. And then this is just an extra stash here. And of course, anytime you are going through cabinets, you are, destined to run into old photo albums and things like that, which it just turns down a chance to go down memory lane, and we love that. So we sat for a while going through pictures and looking at those. and I enjoyed that. But anyways, after organizing and cleaning it out, I'm also vacuuming this one, and I'm just gonna put these things back in this cabinet in a clean kind of way. I'm not really using any more bins. I have a couple baskets in here already that I already had, but all in all, these things were able just to sit in there pretty neatly and put together enough to, make me happy, I guess you could say. Alright, so now that I have my closets organized and the cabinets, I'm going to add this gold hardware to the front of these cabinets, these built-ins in my living room. This is the same hardware that I have in the kitchen, and I bought it from my cabinet maker. So I'm going to try to attach them here on the doors. I've done this before on other cabinets, but not these, and these being in my living room, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm working on a template, so I'm going to do it and knock it out and show you how to do it. I think it's going to look really good. And now moving on to me adding the hardware to the front of these cabinets in my living room. So when we had our cabinets built and they came, the cabinet maker didn't have hardware on these in the living room, and he said that he just generally didn't do that, but I felt like they were plain and they just needed something. So he allowed me to purchase extra hardware from him that matched the same hardware in our kitchen. And so today I'm finally putting them on. Like I said, I've done this before, but it just makes me a little bit nervous because anytime you're doing this, you don't want to mess it up. You want to make sure it looks good. And like I said, this is in my living room. So I took my time here. It doesn't look like it because the clips are sped up, but it did take me a little bit longer than it appears. But anytime you're doing this, you definitely want to use a template. Now, I made my template, but actually Lowe's sells these little tools, which are really handy, that has different sizes you can use if you're putting hardware on cabinets. I would have purchased it if I had several more cabinets to do this on, but being that it was just these, I just decided to make my own template. But in the end, all in all, I love how it turned out. I think that it just gives that extra touch to the cabinets. I wish he would have done that from the start, but I am an avid DIYer, so it didn't bother me. I knocked it out and got it done, and now I'm proud, and they look great. And in case you missed it, that was a toothpaste trick. You can put toothpaste on the back of your item and hold it up to where you want to place it and make sure your holes line up. So try that. I just did that as a double check over my already made template. So this marks the first video of this organization series that will go through the month of September. I have many other spaces I plan on organizing and cleaning. I hope that you will subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video and stick with me. I can't wait to take you along as I organize many other spaces in my home. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being here. Bye guys.